Hello everyone, I am Rachel and I'm really excited to be sharing with you today, and I'm really excited that you stopped by the Pearl Press page to check it out. And I hope you'll keep coming back because there's lots of other amazing women that are going to be sharing their stories and their perspectives on breaking the mold leading up to our launch date on September 20th, which is really exciting. And I hope you'll check out the videos and find somebody that you relate to and that you can connect with, because that's really what we're praying for here at the Pearl Press, is that we would find friends, no matter how far apart we are or how isolated we feel sometimes, that we would be able to find women, no matter where they are in life or what stage or what age, that we're able to connect with and grow with and pursue Christ with. So keep coming back, because there's going to be a lot more where this came from and probably a lot cooler stories, at least in my opinion. Anyways, wanted to share a little bit with you today about the idea of breaking the mold, because at the Pearl Press, that's something we're super passionate about. It's part of our vision, part of our identity, is that women, wherever they are in life, what it looks like for them to be pursuing Christ, despite what society, what people tell them or think their life should look like. This is about going after Christ for all it's worth, with everything you have, and sometimes that involves breaking a mold. And so we want to share what that looks like in our lives, to hear what it looks like in your life. And so I'm gonna just share a little piece of my own life with you today. I apologize for the raspy voice and the really messy braid, but it actually fits quite perfectly, because that's a piece of breaking the mold that I want to share with you a little bit, and that would be authenticity. This is something that's really important to me, and it's become more and more important to me through the years. Just living a life that is authentic, that breaks the mold in a lot of ways, because people don't want to be real anymore. You know, people don't want to say the hard stuff. They don't want to share the hard stuff. Sometimes I don't want to say and share the hard stuff. It's been a long journey for me to get to this place where I really value authenticity. And so the messy braid and the sore throat are because right now life it's hard and it's not really pretty. I just moved to Guadalajara, Mexico, about a month ago to become a preschool teacher at a Christian school. So I'm working with little 2- and 3-year-olds all day. They don't speak English. Actually, they speak Korean and Hindi and Spanish. And so it is draining, it is exhausting, it's very challenging, and at the end of the day, I have sore throat and very messy hair. So that is authentic life for me right now, and there's so much beauty in it. There's so much beauty in living in a foreign place with new food and new culture and beautiful people, and I love so many things about it. But the truth is that it's really been a challenge for me, and it's really been a very hard growing season. And so I want to break the mold in the sense that I live authentically, that I'm not afraid to say when my life is not picturesque, even though maybe Facebook and Instagram make it look that way, because I love photography. But the truth is, it's not always beautiful. Well, it is always beautiful, but it's not always easy. And I want that to be the story that my life tells, that life is sometimes messy and sometimes hard and sometimes there's a lot of pressure. But God is always good, and God is always faithful, and there's always beauty to be found. And so authenticity, being real, being really raw and honest and real with my life, especially as a pastor and a person in ministry, not being afraid to let people see that I'm human and that I fail so often. I fail. I want that, because that also allows room for God's grace to shine. And so number one, breaking the mold would be that I live an authentic, real life, despite what people tell me I should live, and maybe that I shouldn't say things that I say or share things that I share. The second thing is that I would live obediently no matter what. That no matter what God asks me, no matter where He asks me to go, whatever He says, I do it, because I've learned that life is most vibrant and most colorful when I say yes. And yeah, it's a little weird because I'm 26, almost 27, and I haven't done it the conventional way. I don't have a husband. I don't have any kids. I don't have a stable, steady career with a great savings account built up, with my retirement starting, and all of that stuff. But my life, I love it. I love it because I've said yes to God, and I've said yes to what He's asked. And there's been some crazy risk involved in some really, really hard moments. But gosh, I know that if I wouldn't have said yes, and that I would have went with, if I would have went with my own ideas and my own plans and what everybody told me I should have been, you know, this professional, settled, steady person, my life would not be the way it is right now. And God, you know, there's nothing wrong with that life, but this is the life that Christ has put in front of me, and these are the things that he's asked of me. And so the way I want to break the mold is by not caring. I don't want to care what it should look like, or what it should be like, or what people think it should be, or even what I think it should be. I want to always say yes in obedience and faith and trust to Christ, because that is really living. And so whatever that looks like for you, whatever your yes is or your obedient move of faith is, man, I challenge you, do it, go for it, because life that way, that is where you're going to find the richness and the color and the fascination and adventure. And so yeah, I want to break the mold by being authentic and by always saying yes to Christ. And so keep checking it out. Keep seeing how other women are breaking the mold, and how you can get involved, and tell us how you're breaking the mold too. And we look forward to growing with you and going on this journey with you. And we really, really appreciate you stopping by. So thank you very much, and we love you a lot.